Today, I'm going to be building the Las Vegas Raiders a super team to see if they can win the Super Bowl. And the Raiders are a team that clearly needs some help right now. I mean, last season was really disappointing for Raiders fans, and it has been a long time since they've actually had success in the playoffs. So hopefully this team that we have right now can get the job done. I mean, they look absolutely loaded. We have Lamar Jackson as our quarterback, and for running back, I decided to go with Saquon Barkley, and Justin Jefferson is wide receiver 1. Wide receiver 2 is AJ Brown. Wide receiver 3 is T Higgins. And for wide receiver 4, I just kept Jacoby Myers. So I mean, this is obviously by far the best wide receiver room that Lamar Jackson has ever worked with. So I'm kind of expecting this guy to go on a tear this season, especially with an O-line like this. I mean, this O-line is an absolute brick wall right now. And you also can't forget about Brock Bowers at tight end. I could have gone out and got a new tight end, but I feel like this guy's definitely worth keeping. But anyways, if you thought that offense was good, wait until you see what we have on the defensive side of things. Because as you can see by looking at them right now, I'd say this is definitely the best defense in NFL history. So with a roster like that, the Raiders are going to be a really difficult team to beat this season. But to start things off in week 1, we're going to be taking on the LA Chargers. And it looks like we've already gotten off to a pretty good start in this game because we scored on our first drive and then our defense got a stop. So we have a chance to take an early 2-score lead. I'm going to try and put in the air this time though, man. I mean, I feel like by the end of the season, Brock Bowers should have superstar abilities. If not, he might even be an X factor. That was kind of a bad drop right there though, so that is going to bring up a third down. I'm hoping that Jefferson can get open here. It looks like he's going to have no one there, so that's an easy first down off the slant. I'm going to try and go back to Saquon here though, because we all know what this guy is capable of. That's going to be close. We're going to get caught though. I mean, if he would have got around that last defender, that probably would have gone for a pretty big gain, but either way, it's 2nd and 5, so I'm going to go for a bit of a shot here. It looks like everyone's kind of locked up. I just got to throw it away. That was almost tragic, bro. I mean, I almost did not get the ball off. That would have been like a 15-yard loss there, but either way, we still need to get 5 yards to stay on the field, and AJ Brown is going to clutch up for us. I mean, that wasn't a small gain or anything like that either. That's going to bring it all the way to the 28-yard line, so at the very least, we're in position to take a 2-score lead with a field goal, but obviously, I want the touchdown. We're going to get sacked. Saquon Barkley was wide open too, man, but I just couldn't get the ball off. So it's going to be a 3-yard loss, which it is what it is, but it could have been a lot worse. And we're going backwards again. I mean, this drive has definitely gone really bad for us really quickly. I mean, the Chargers defense is putting a lot of pressure on Lamar right now. I'm just going to throw up a prayer and hope that we get this, but that's probably going to hold us to a field goal, or we're going to throw an interception. I mean, things were going good until we got sacked for the first time, and then everything went downhill. We're coming back out here in the third quarter, though, and I gotta say, the Chargers are kind of surprising me here. I mean, even after throwing that interception, I thought we would have the lead at this point, but we're currently down by 3. So, I mean, it's not like we're losing by a whole lot or anything like that, but I still feel like we need to put some points on the board here, or we're probably gonna have a big issue on our hands. I'm just gonna keep this with Lamar. That's a decent gain. Would have been a lot better if we could have found someone there, but I'm just gonna try and run this route again with AJ Brown, which has been working pretty much all day. That's gonna be a first. And I mean, we got Saquon Barkley as our running back with probably the best O-line that the NFL has ever seen, so I should be good to just keep it on the ground, and it looks like Barkley's gonna be in for the score. So that is gonna give the lead back to the Raiders. Now I just gotta hope that our defense can hold on to it, and after that, it looks like we did go on to win this game, but I gotta give props to the Chargers, man. I mean, they kept this thing a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. But after that, I went ahead and simmed to week 3 for our home opener, and it looks like we did beat the Ravens in week 2. Again, it was a lot closer than it should have been, but we are 2-0 right now, and we're gonna be taking on the Carolina Panthers, who are 1-1. And this is a game I'd like to think should be a blowout. I mean, if Carolina keeps it close, lose, we might have a problem on our hands. But as long as we win, I mean, I guess I'm good with it. Because sometimes Madden sim logic is pretty busted. But we are down 3-0 in the second quarter because apparently we weren't able to score on the Panthers defense in the first quarter. I might just keep handing it off to Saquon though, because both times I've given this guy the ball, he's got a first down and he's gonna do it again. That's another huge gain. 5 carries for 53 yards is definitely one hell of a start for this guy. I mean, I honestly don't want to stop handing it to him. So I'm gonna go back to Barkley. That's 4 for, oh, we were so close. I was gonna say that's 4 first downs in a row, but he's gonna be a couple of inches short. But either way, I'm gonna hand it off to him one more time, and this time we're gonna get caught. I guess the Panthers defense kind of learned that route because we did run it 3 plays in a row. I'm still gonna hand it off to Barkley here, but I'm gonna go to other direction this time, and it looks like we are gonna have the touchdown. I mean, Saquon did everything on that drive. I didn't throw the ball once, so that will give us the lead. I might be underestimating Bryce Young here though, man, because he did storm down the field pretty quickly after that. So hopefully we can at least hold the Panthers to a field goal or something, but if we can get a takeaway, that would be great. If we can't get a takeaway though, I mean, it looks like they're at least going to be putting a field goal on the board. I think we have everybody locked up or not. I didn't think he was going to be able to get the ball to like get there. We're going to get the interception I was looking for though. So that is going to keep it a 7-3 game. I want to make sure that I keep the momentum going though, bro. So I'm going to go for a bit of a shot here. If Jefferson can get away, there's a pretty good chance that that goes for a touchdown. It looks like he is going to come down with it. I mean, it's not going to be a tutty, but we're set up pretty nicely right now. We only need 29 yards. So I'm going to try and go back to him here. I don't think, never mind, he's open last second and he got the feet down. I didn't really realize how much time was running off the clock though. I mean, we only got 31 seconds to score now. On the bright side, we do have all 3 timeouts, so I don't really need to rush here. I'm gonna use one right here. That is gonna bring up a 3rd down though, so I gotta bring out a play that usually works for me. I mean, I don't think this route has actually failed yet today, and it looks like it's not going to. AJ Brown's in for the touchdown. So that is gonna give the Raiders a 2-score lead over the Panthers right before the half. And after that, it looks like we were able to hold on for the win. Again, this game was a really close one though. I mean, I'm not sure how this wasn't a blowout, but after that, I went ahead and simmed to week 6 for what should be one of our biggest tests of the season. And it looks like we did win every game since our last one. So we're 5-0 right now, and we're going to be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 4-1. And so far, it looks like we are in control of the Steelers right now. I mean, we're up 10-3 in the 3rd quarter. So another score here will give us a 2-score lead. I'm gonna get the first down with Barkley. I'm gonna go for a bit of a deeper route right here though. I mean, I'm hoping that Jefferson can get open. Actually, we honestly might have AJ Brown. The pass was terrible though. That would have put us in scoring position if we actually hit our pass there, but that's gonna bring up a 3rd down and we need to get 10 yards. So I'm hoping that Jefferson can get some space. He's gonna have the first. Our wide receiver core is actually disgusting, bro. I mean, someone seems to always be open on every route. I think we should have Barkley right here, and he's gonna have some crazy open field that's gonna bring it all the way to the 10. And he's also been like unreal in the red zone so far today. I mean, the Steelers do have a really good run defense, so if anyone's gonna shut this down, it's probably gonna be them. We only got 1 yard there, so I'm just gonna go back to this route, which also has been working all day. I'm hoping they don't shut this down, but if they do, we might have a bit of a problem. AJ Brown's gonna be there for the first though, and I feel like one more solid run should put us in to take a 2-score lead. So I'm just going to hand it off to Barkley again. And the way the defense is set up, we should have this easily. And he's going to be in. So that is going to put the Raiders up by 2 scores. And after that, it looks like we did not slow down. I mean, I was expecting a lot more out of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we are going to blow them out. But after that, I went ahead and simmed to week 13 for one more big game before I simmed to the playoffs. And Cincinnati did end up beating us when we played them. So we did lose our first game of the season, but we still have a 10-1 record, which does currently have the #1 seed in the playoffs. So I'm hoping that we can win out so we can hold on to the #1 seed. But in week 13, we're going to be taking on the 6-5 Chiefs. And we did beat Kansas City in our first matchup against them, but right now it looks like they have a 7-0 lead, and Mahomes is in scoring position. So we are in danger of going down by 2 scores right now. So I'm really hoping that we can get a takeaway or something, but against Patrick Mahomes, I wouldn't get my hopes too high. So I'm hoping that we can at least just hold them to 3 here. That is going to bring up a 3rd down. So one more stop from this defense and we will take them off the field here. I'm pretty sure he's going to try and go for Kelsey. Never mind. He went for Rice. I actually thought Rice dropped that too, but he didn't. So that's going to bring the ball all the way to the 8-yard line. So they are definitely set up for a score right now. I'm just hoping that we can keep everybody locked up, because if we leave anybody open like that, it is really going to hurt us. That was terrible defense. Kelsey's going to bring it all the way to the 2-yard line. So I'm just going to send a blitz and hope that he keeps it on the ground with Pacheco, because I would love to get him behind the line and we're going to catch him, but he's at the 1. So that's going to make it 4th and goal. I'm assuming he's probably going to put this in the air. He could run it with Pacheco, but yeah, it looks like they are going to keep it in the air, and Kelsey's open. So we're down by 2 scores now. But luckily for us, after that, we were able to put some points on the board before halftime, and we also start the second half off with the ball. So we have a chance to tie the game up now. I'm going to hand it off to Barkley, and hopefully he can get an easy 2 yards for the 1st down. And if he does, I might try and go for a shot downfield. He's still going to be short though, so I don't know if I should keep him on the ground again, but I'm going to, because we only need 1 yard, and I feel like we should be able to pick that up. Barkley barely got it. I mean, from what I've seen, for the most part, the Chiefs' run defense has been really good today, so keeping it in the air might be our best option. I actually might have Jefferson here if he can come down with that. I think it's going to be out of bounds, though. We caught it, but we're out. Lamar put too much power on it, man, so now we need to get 10 yards if we want to stay on the field. I'm just going to try and run a slant route, and it looks like Jefferson's going to have it, and he's going to stay up. So that is definitely going to save the drive for us. We haven't really done a whole lot with T. Higgins now that I think about it, so I might try and get him involved a bit after this play. That should be a touchdown right there, though. AJ Brown's going to be in for the score. So just like that, the Raiders are going to tie this thing up, but now I need our defense to go out and get another stop. Unfortunately, they were not able to do that, though, and as you can see, Kansas City did go on to get the win. So that's going to be our 2nd loss of the season, which I'm not too surprised about. I mean, I figured we were going to lose to Mahomes at some point, but as long as we keep winning games, I feel like we're still in a good position to get the 1 seed. And it looks like we were able to finish off the season strong, because we're going to go 15-2 to win the division, which does also give us the 1 seed. And to start off the postseason, it looks like we have a rematch against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And obviously last time we played the Steelers, it wasn't even close. I mean, we won with an absolute blowout, but this time it looks like they've kept this game a lot closer. They actually have the lead right now. We are slowly running out of time. I mean, we only have 1 minute and 30 seconds to try and put together a game-winning drive, because if you didn't notice, we're in the 4th quarter right now. And I also only got 1 timeout to work with, so we got to keep getting out of bounds as much as we can. Please catch that. I'm gonna switch it up and try and go for T. Higgins here, unless we can get the tight end open, but I feel like he's probably gonna be locked up. We should have Higgins, actually. He's gonna come down with it, and we're gonna hit the juke for the touchdown. So that is gonna put us up by 1 point as long as we make the PAT. I mean, this is a very important PAT attempt to make, but it looks like we're gonna nail it. So now we need our defense to hold on for 42 seconds, which is a lot of time, especially considering the Steelers have 2 timeouts left. I mean, it honestly might have been smarter to go down at the 1 yard line and hope that we could still score a touchdown, but that's gonna basically put them in field goal range. And at this point, all these guys need to do is kick a field goal to win this game. I mean, if they get too close, I honestly might just let them score a touchdown. Oh, hold on. We're gonna stop them behind the line. That was a big play from Crosby. So for the time being, that will take them out of field goal range, and that's gonna make it even worse. I'm gonna run man coverage here, which I really hope I don't regret. He's gonna throw it away because everyone was locked up. So this is pretty much the Steelers' final chance to do something, man. I mean, this drive went really bad for them really quickly, but it's 4th and 30, so they need to find a way to get 30 yards all in one go. That was actually kind of close, but we're gonna get the interception, which will put this thing away. I'll give them credit though. I mean, they did a lot better than last time. I mean, we only won by 1 point, so it really couldn't have got any closer than this. But anyways, now we're headed to the AFC Championship game where we have to play the Buffalo Bills. And this time it looks like we are actually in control of this game. I mean, we're only up by 4 points, but we do have possession right now. So if we can score again, we'll be up by 2 scores. I'm gonna run this route right here though, and I'm gonna see if we can get Higgins open. It looks like he's gonna come down with it for the first. So that's gonna bring it to the 29-yard line. I don't think I'm actually gonna be able to get this route to work out with Bowers, but I'm thinking once again, I might be able to get T. Higgins open. So I'm gonna see if we can find him. It's gonna work out again. That's a crazy grab. I kind of wish I ran more plays with him earlier in the video. I mean, I can't lie. I kind of got caught up on having Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown, so I kind of forgot about Higgins. But so far, that dude has been a dog in the playoffs, man. I mean, he has made some really big plays, and now we only need 1 yard for the score, and it looks like Barkley's gonna be in. So that is gonna make this a 2-score lead for the Las Vegas Raiders. And after that, it looks like we were able to hold on for the dub. So that's gonna send this super team to the Super Bowl. But anyways, to end off the year, I was hoping Lamar Jackson would win MVP, but it looks like it's gonna be going to Jalen Hurts. Lamar wasn't even top 5 in the votings. I mean, he came 6th place, so I guess he had an off year. And it looks like we're gonna be playing against Mr. MVP in the Super Bowl because we have to take on the Eagles. And it looks like it's been a pretty defensive game so far. I mean, it's 14-13 in the third quarter, but if we can at least get a field goal, we will have the lead here. There's only 4 minutes to go though. So I mean, at this point, our best option if we want to win this thing is to run as much clock as we can, and hopefully we can score a last-second touchdown or even get a field goal. I mean, if Barkley can keep doing what he's already doing, I feel like we should be good to just keep running it. He's gonna lose a yard right there though, so I'm gonna try and go for Justin Jefferson, and hopefully he can pick up the first down. If he doesn't, actually, I'm probably gonna have to keep this on the ground with Lamar. We're gonna have Jefferson open last second. That was close, but that'll bring it across midfield. Unfortunately, we went out of bounds, so that is gonna stop the clock from running, but I'll just keep it on the ground with Saquon again, and that should bring it to the 2-minute warning, and it did. So if we can get into scoring position here, I feel like we should be good to just run the clock and kick a field goal. We got to get the first down before we even think about that though, because that is going to make it 3rd and 2. I'm going to try and go for AJ Brown, who's going to be wide open. Depending on how much yardage we can get, kicking a field goal might be out of the question because the Eagles are starting to use their timeouts. They only got 1 left though, so as long as we get the first down here, which we will, that is going to burn their final timeout. So I can just run the clock now with Saquon Barkley, and hopefully we can make a last-second field goal from here. So as long as this 27-yard field goal is good, that is gonna end it, and it looks like it's through. So the Raiders are gonna walk it off to win the Super Bowl. So it looks like this super team is gonna be able to get the job done. Philly kept it close though. I mean, they did bring that game right down to the wire, but in the end, it looks like this super team is gonna be too much for them to handle, which is reasonable. I mean, we were absolutely loaded. So as you can see, to end off the video, Lamar Jackson and this Raiders super team are gonna be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy. But that'll do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got everything linked in my description below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.